What is up, YouTube? Skia here, and today we are going to discuss the basics of setting up a live stream. Maybe you've wanted to stream on Twitch or Mixer or YouTube and aren't quite sure how to get started. This is going to be the video for you. What we're going to do is kind of go over just the basic programs you're going to need to get started. And then this will be the first video in a series of videos where we're going to start getting into some more advanced stuff as well. I'm going to show you guys in the next video. Part 2 will be some settings for OBS, for open broadcasting software, which is the broadcasting software that I recommend you use. There are a lot of other options like XSplit, Streamlabs, OBS, and a bunch of stuff, but we're going to go with OBS to start out. And we'll go into the differences between a few of those later on. We'll go into the, really optimized settings later on, but this is just going to be the main programs and tools that you're going to want to utilize to get your live stream started and get you going. And maybe you've wondered how people manage their chat, how people show alerts for different events like followers and subscriptions and stuff, and all that good stuff. We're going to show you how to just what you need to get started. Again, we'll do some more advanced stuff in the next few videos, and those will be released very shortly as well. So let's get started right away. As you can see, I'm recording in my broadcasting software. That's where you can see my webcam overlay, around the border here, just like this. And you're going to be able to see my webcam border when we switch scenes. I'm doing it this way so you can kind of see what we're able to do with this. So if I just switch like that to my desktop, you should be able to see my internet browser here, and we're going to go through the software you need. So first and foremost, you obviously need something to broadcast your video, to actually stream, right? So let's assume that you've created a Twitch account or Mixer or YouTube. This is going to kind of focus on Twitch because that's where I stream. I stream on Twitch. But if you want to stream on a different platform, you certainly can. Absolutely. By all means, do it. But we're going to kind of focus on Twitch here. This is adaptable, though, ultimately. So let's assume you've made a Twitch account already. That's done and dusted. That's out of the way. So now you need something to actually stream. Yay. So here we go. That would be Open Broadcaster software. Right here at the top, it says it. OBS Studio is what we're going for, okay? OBS Studio. So download it for your platform, Windows, Mac, Linux, and get started there. Just download it, install this program. When you install it, you'll open it up. And this is an already configured scene and settings and everything in OBS. I've already done the configuration. Basically, you're going to be greeted with a screen that asks you a couple of questions. And if you want to run the auto optimizer, I would recommend running the auto optimizer and then making one change, just for as of right now. Once the auto optimizer, which you can rerun as well, auto configuration, not auto optimizer. Run the auto configuration wizard right here. I would run this. Say you want to optimize for streaming, recording, secondary, etc. Go through this process. At which point I would recommend changing something. During that process, it's going to ask you if you want to set your bitrate based off a bandwidth test that it's going to do. It's going to determine how much of an, how good your upload speed is, and then dictate a bitrate off of that. And bitrate is essentially the speed at which, it's hard to describe this efficiently, but basically it's how many kilobytes, kilobits, megabits, whatever, denomination you want to use, of data that you're going to send to your streaming service, Twitch in this case, right? How much data per second you're going to send to the stream, and then how much data per second somebody who's viewing you gets to download to watch your stream. Pretty simple. So what I would do is go into your settings here, go to your output. This is most likely going to be on simple for you guys. Change this. Video bitrate. Change it. Get this to, I would go for about 3,000, depending on the game you're going to be streaming, depending on a whole lot of factors, but as just a nice generic number. If your upload can handle it, 3,000 is good. If your upload cannot handle it, let's say you have an upload speed from your internet service provider that is 5 megabits per second. You're going to want to set this probably to more like 2.5 or 2500, right? Use half of your upload speed. That allows you to have some left over. You still have to also account for your audio upload or your audio bit rate, which is right here, 160 is what I have it set to. And this may default at 128. I'm not sure, but either way, that's not enough to make a difference. There are reasons to do those things too, which again, we'll get to that in the next video here. But so, you know, maybe you have 5,000 or 5 megabit upload. Maybe you have a 3 megabit upload and you need to get this down a little bit further. You know, try it at 2,500. The issue with that is if anybody else is using your network, then you're probably going to start dropping frames and the stream's going to start buffering and lagging and being gross and blah. So you're going to need to drop this down, probably to about 2,000, right? Which is going to be hard for games that are super fast, but it will do the trick. So I like to say 3,000 is a good middle ground number for most people. So set it there for the time being, and we'll go through that a bit later. Otherwise, you're essentially ready to start streaming if you go through the auto optimizer or auto configuration wizard. For the most part, you're going to be ready to go. It's going to ask you the configuration wizard, as I go through this here real fast, is going to ask you for your stream key from Twitch. If you choose Twitch, which you click this link, it will bring you to this page, at which point you can grab your stream key right here, paste it into OBS, click next, bang, bada boom, you're good, you're streaming, okay? At that point, you're ready to at least start streaming. So let's come back to this. Let's come back to OBS. Let's close out of our Twitch dashboard. So we've done OBS. This is Streamlabs version of OBS. You can take a look at this if you want to. We'll get more in depth on why this is a good idea later. But we can skip this for now, but I just wanted to show you it's an option. I use Streamlabs OBS myself. That's what I'm doing this recording in. I really like it. I think it's really good. It has a lot of features that OBS doesn't. It is missing a couple features that OBS Studio has. So you kind of take that, you kind of take some stuff, give some stuff, but it is an option if you just want to jump straight into a different OBS. Maybe you want to take a look for yourself, try this out for sure. I highly recommend it. Next, we're going to take a look at Streamlabs, right? We're going to log out of my account. Streamlabs. Log in. Streamlabs is where you're going to do your alerts, okay? So when I get a subscriber, an alert happens, a graphic displays on the screen, a sound plays, their messages get, shown with donations, all this funky, crazy stuff you've probably seen from a lot of streamers. Some streamers do like an event list, a cascading list of recent events, followers, subs, etc. Some streamers do follower goals, sub goals, donation goals, blah, 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 all this stuff. I don't personally do any of that. I just have alerts. I like to keep it simple, but maybe you want to do that. That's fine if you do. Just make sure it looks clean. There's nothing worse than a crowded overlay. Nothing worse than a too busy overlay on your stream. So that's where I handle all of this is Streamlabs, right? That's the service that provides that. Another option is Stream Elements. I've heard a lot of good things about this. We'll get into some comparisons again later on in this series. But Stream Elements and Streamlabs are both very good. Stream Elements is a little easier to get started with, right? It's a little easier to get started with. However, Streamlabs, in my opinion, has a little bit more customization. You can use their OBS software. You can use their chat bot. It all integrates really well together. And so that's the service of my choice. That being said, you can certainly use Stream Elements if you prefer. Maybe you're not, tech savvy or not, don't really have don't feel like you really have a design eye for making your alerts look really good and all that stuff. So Stream Elements might be for you. It's like I said, it's a little bit simpler. And then one thing to note, it's also great if you ever plan on streaming on a different computer, because what it does is it creates all of your overlays and everything and puts them into one package, essentially, that you just import or just grab in OBS right down here. And you're just ready to go pretty much right away. It's super cool. So let's log into these two, and I'll give you just a brief rundown of how to bring this into OBS, right? That's all we're going to do today is just bring it into OBS. So I logged in through Twitch on both of these. Let's get out of my dashboard here and get out of my dashboard here as well. Where do we want to go? My overlays. Okay. So let's start with Streamlabs, right? The kind of the main thing that everybody seems to want to include, which for very good reason, is the alert box. This is what handles those alerts. If I get a subscriber on my channel, plays a sound, it shows the name, it says thank you, it does all this stuff, right? Visually, it's pleasing, it's rewarding, it's interactive, most of all. It makes my stream interactive. It's a way for people in my chat to interact with me and interact with, what they're seeing. So this is the best. This is obviously number one is the alert box. What you can do right off the bat, copy this right here, widget URL, copy that. Go to your OBS. You should have a default scene here most likely. If not, create one. We'll just call that scene 2. It's fine. I already have a couple scenes. We're going to add a source, browser, alert box, right? In the URL right here, paste that. Paste that thing you just copied, click OK. Now this is where your alerts are going to show up, this red box. You can move this around. You can press Control D to center it. Maybe you want to just center it, and then I'm using my arrow keys on my keyboard right down here. You just move this up. I'm just holding up so that it stays centered horizontally, and then I can just move it up. So let's say maybe I want my alerts to just be front and center right there. Cool. So now when somebody presses follow, bam, it's going to appear right in the middle. And it's going to use Streamlabs default theme. That's okay. Deal with that later, right? That's fine for now. Let's say you wanted to use Stream Elements, right? Let's say you wanted to use Stream Elements. Let's go to Stream Elements. You can create a blank overlay here. And what is this game for? Test, sure. Whatever game you're playing. Overlay name, test. 1080p. So this is where it kind of gets a little bit more confusing, but very nice, is you're going to choose your resolution. So mine's 1440, right? That's what my monitor is 1440. So if you're on a 1080p monitor, choose that, etc., etc. Submit. And we're going to edit the overlay. And we are going to pull in, we're going to insert widgets, alert box, just like this. Now here's my alert box, right? This is like essentially my stream. This is essentially what we're seeing in OBS. The exact same thing we just did in OBS with the alert box right here is now what we're doing in, in Stream Elements, right? We're doing the same thing. This is the alert box. And you can move this around, position, you can do a bunch of crazy stuff with it, center widget. Okay, so we'll center it for now. Again, this is just a basic overview, so we're just going to center that guy out there. We're just going to center that out. We're going to save it. Okay, we're going to launch and export your overlay. We're going to click this button to copy that address. Okay, we're going to go back into OBS. I'm going to do the same thing I just did, browser, and we'll say elements, alert box. Paste that in. There we are. Actually, what we have to do here is we have to change our width and our height, and we have to change this. So let me redo that. I apologize. Let's get rid of that. Do it again. Browser. We'll just call it elements this time. We'll paste that in. We'll set the width and the height to your monitor's resolution, right? Which is going to be the same resolution as what is in OBS. So for me, it's 2560 by 1440. Probably for you, if you're on a 1080p screen, it's going to be 1920 with a height of 1080. We're going to click OK. That's going to be it right there. You don't do anything now, okay? That's all you do, because Elements creates this entire thing as a as one source, okay? So you can put everything in here as into one source, add it as a browser source, call it a day. That's the cool part about Elements. And I really like it. I really do like it. I just prefer Streamlabs for me personally. Let's emulate a host event. and see if we can get this to go and make sure I didn't do anything wrong, shall we? So there it goes, right in the center. And then you can see it right here, right in the center. Ta-da! There we are. We can emulate a Streamlabs alert as well. Let's test hosting. Right, there it is. This is funny. This is going to show you my overlay here, which is meant to be over my webcam and a bunch of other stuff. This is not the default Elements or Streamlabs profile. It's mine. So it looks all sorts of funky because I have this set up totally incorrectly. It's supposed to, I have very custom settings, and width and height needs to be exact. And apparently Windows Defender did not find any viruses on my computer. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, that's an easy way to just get your alerts set up. For you, you'll have a different alert in here. Obviously, mine looked really funky. I forgot that it would do that. So that's how you get your alerts set up. You can do a lot of other stuff with this. You can add an event list, goals, donation ticker, chat box into your stream, and it's all done with the same thing. It's all done with the same browser source, right there. You just copy that link, set up a new source, browser, go. Okay, cool. So let's go back here, close these out because we took a look at those. Now, final thing that you're gonna want to have in your toolbox or your toolkit right away is a chatbot. Okay, so this is how you're gonna manage your chat. You're gonna be able to create chat commands, timed commands that will, auto post your Twitter, your Facebook page, your YouTube channel, whatever, in your chat at regular intervals. Other people can activate those commands by, typically it is exclamation mark and then a keyword, and then the bot will spit back out information. You can also do this to moderate your chat as well. So if you don't want certain words to be used, you don't want people to be able to submit links, you don't want whatever, you can totally customize it. So we're going to log into Nightbot, MooBot, and then Streamlabs chatbot. This is kind of the big dog chatbot, which actually has to run on your computer. And again, I'm not going to display this one right now because it's very complicated to get set up, and we'll go through that at a later time, at a later date. And further video out in this series, we'll go through Streamlabs chatbot, but I just wanted to show you it as an option. This is what I use, and like I said, it's complex to set up, but well worth it once you do. But it's not really, if you're just starting out, if you're just wanting to get going right away, it's not really the best option because it excels with complexity. When you want it to do something complex, this can do it. MooBot and we need to authorize. MooBot and Nightbot are both more basic, right? They're also cloud-based. You don't have to have something running on your computer in order to get that connected with your stream. So we'll come in here. It's going to kind of guide you. MooBot does a better job of that when you do the tour. It even says what to do right here. It says you need to click join. So you click join in the chat, and then you need to make it a moderator, and then type this command right here, MooBot moderate, in your chat on Twitch, in your Twitch chat. And then that will give the bot moderation capabilities and all that good stuff. Same kind of thing with Nightbot for the most part. You need it to join your channel, and then you just go to your Twitch account, /mod Nightbot, /mod space Nightbot. That'll give it moderation permissions, and that's it. That's all you got to do. Other than that, you can create commands. Here's a command list of my own right here. So people can type these commands in and get this text back from MooBot. Same thing with Nightbot here, commands. People can type these into my chat. I have, there's a lot of timers. You can do, command timers. You can do that in both of these. We're not going to get too far into this because that's really all you got to do. You can set up spam filters. You can do spam protection here. Song requests as well in Nightbot are pretty cool. Different integrations, whatnot. So that's basically how you get your chat bot set up. It's super, super simple. And then you can start playing around with this, right? You can just start playing around and having some fun with this. So, okay, you have the 3 tools needed: OBS, something to show alerts and events, and a chat bot. Final point to this video that we're going to cover is how you actually get your game to show up in OBS, right? Can't really stream a black screen. You're going to have a problem. So this is how I would do it. This is how I recommend doing it. Open the game. It's a novel concept, I know. Open the game of choice that you want to stream. Click plus. Go here to game capture. Type in the game name. I'm just going to do game for the sake of, whoops, I already have one. Let's just do test for the sake of this video. We're going to hit this mode. We're going to do specific window, select the game window. Okay, so like if it's World of Warcraft, it'll say wow.exe. If it's Hearthstone, it'll say hearthstone.exe. If it's whatever else, pick the game right here. Okay, choose the game. It'll say the exe and then the name of the window. Choose that, click OK. So I'm going to do, let's see here. I will do, we'll just do, here. We will do my mic software. How about that? Oh, that's not going to work because it's not a game. Of course. But anywho, do that. Set that up. I forgot that's not, it has to be a game. Has to be a game. Make sure it's the full width and height of this scene. You're rocking and rolling right away, right? And you can keep that. You don't have to do that every time. You just do that once. Do that one time. Then you can add other things as well. You can add audio sources, audio input for a mic, audio output for speakers, and video capture device for a webcam. Whole bunch of other stuff. Images, you can pull in images, slideshows, text, whatever you want to display in your scene, in your stream, you do right here in the sources of OBS. You can also do your audio here by setting up audio. This is my headset, that's my mic, right? That makes it appear right here, and you're good to go. You're starting streaming. Then you just hit that start stream button. You're rocking and rolling. You're going. You're streaming. You are now live. So, in summary, those are the three types of utilities you need to start streaming: broadcasting software, an alert system, and a chatbot. There's so much more that these programs can do. So much more. And we will talk about them. That will be the next video in this series. We will be talking about advanced settings for OBS, for Open Broadcasting Software, or Open Broadcaster Software. We'll take a look at that. And then in other videos, we're also going to do like Streamlabs OBS versus OBS Studio. We're going to take a look at Stream Elements and some advanced settings there. We're going to do advanced chatbot settings. We'll take a look. We'll do some comparisons as well. We're going to do some audio level settings and how to get your audio routed. So maybe you want to listen to music, but you don't want the streamer to listen to music. How do you handle that? How do you get mic filtering going? Whole bunch of stuff. How to make your webcam look a little better. How to do overlays, videos, but all this crazy stuff. We'll get there. We'll get there. So don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Comment if you have questions. I try and answer every comment that I can. And then subscribe to my channel and you can see the rest of these videos as we create them, right? And the next one should be pretty soon. Don't have to wait too long for that. So thanks for watching. I hope this information was useful for you guys. If it was, let me know. If it wasn't, let me know. If you have questions, let me know. If something's confusing, let me know. If I could do something better, let me know. Just let me know. And I will address that as soon as I can. And other than that, have a great day, guys. Talk to you again. Whoops. I hit something on my desk. Have a good one.